All right. Well, we are sitting in our car right now. I'm alone. I don't know why I said we. I am sitting in my car all alone. This is great. This is a rare occasion. We don't live by grandparents. They're both like an hour-ish away or so, give or take. You know, my parents live like 45 minutes from us. My in-laws live like an hour, 15 minutes from us. And so it is a rarity that I just get to go like shopping by myself. So I am going grocery shopping in a minute here, all by myself with no kids. It's, I think, maybe like the second time that I've ever done that. Should be a fast trip. Anyway, these little short podcast episodes are going to be unedited audio. That's mediocre quality because I'm just going to like run it through my iPhone voice recorder memo app. You might hear nature outside. The sun is blazing in the car right now, so perhaps you're hearing, the air conditioning running. A different day, I'm saying you'll hear nature. I have my windows closed right now. It's also would not be very nice nature in a parking lot, but I don't know what I'll do for these little short episodes that are going to be a little bit rambly, but hopefully a little bit beneficial. It's basically like the new Instagram stories since I don't actually have an Instagram and refuse to go on social media. Well, I go on Facebook like an old person, but mostly just like pages, things like that, and Marketplace, because that place is great, sort of, if you are actually on top of it. My mom gets lots of good deals on a lot of things that she doesn't need, but we're looking for a trampoline, so we've been hitting up Marketplace. A big tree. We were on vacation, which is super fun, and then we came home and a giant tree had fallen and destroyed our trampoline, which is not so fun. But the vacation, I don't know, was it worth it? I don't know, Anyway, okay, moving on. I am in back to school mode, so I just have a lot of back to school-y type of things to talk about today on this very casual podcast episode. So it's like really quickly, I'm just going to explain myself. Like every other week, I'm going to do like a regular one where I actually record it with like nice audio and I'll edit out any likes, and then in between those weeks, because I'm just limited on time, like every other person in this entire universe, right? So, but to be like still providing something that's sort of beneficial, I am copycatting Rachel Autry. I don't even know. Is that how to pronounce her name? Rachel Autry. Her podcast is called Real Talk. And I used to follow her a long time ago on social media, and then I didn't. And then I don't know why her podcast popped up for me, I'm not really a adventurous podcast kind of person. Like I don't really try new podcasts. I kind of have the couple that I like and I just listen to them occasionally. I'm not super like listen to any all the time, I just pick and choose my episodes. Anyway, I listened to hers, and she has, I think they're called like Oh and Also episodes, where she just rambles in her backyard, and I was like, this is great. I also just really liked listening to them. I do Marco Polo. I don't know if you know that app. I do that with one of my good friends, and my kids will like talk on their pretend phone things, like when they pretend like a block is a phone or something, and they'll call this friend all the time because I will be talking on my phone to this friend regularly on the Marco Polo app. And it's just like this video app that goes back and forth. So you're talking to nobody, but you're sending it to somebody, So it's kind of like FaceTime without the other person on the line. And then they just respond afterward. And it's great. And I enjoy just listening to her voice talking to me in the background while I'm doing dishes and stuff. It's great. She just tells me about her life. So that's what these are kind of going to be. But I'm going to try to after this first one where I've now just told you all about them and rambled about nothing, they're going to be a little bit shorter here. But I'm not really making any promises. I am a rambly person, but I'm going to try my best. But again, I'm not editing them. So here we are. Okay, here we go. I'm going to talk about back to school stuff. So we are like 3 weeks out from like school pictures meet the teacher night, and our kids start in the beginning of September for school. We have one going into first grade this year, one going into 4K half days this year, and then our third little guy is going to just like a 2 morning a week little program at the same school, and then the baby. He is not doing anything yet. But anyway, we are in full back to school mode. We've got both the girls' school supplies. We just got to get our little guys and a couple little extra things. But we have our teacher gifts that we're wrapping. We like to give a little tiny teacher gift, and I like to hear everybody's ideas. So I'm going to tell you what we did this year. Actually, we just did this. I did buy them each like a little pencil pouch. But I had sticky notes that have lines on it, like little notepad sticky notes, and like to-do list kind of sticky notes. I already had those in my drawers, like a bunch of them. So I gifted each teacher one of those. I also had a bunch of these cute notebooks that I bought on sale for teacher gifts at some point. And so I decided to just do that this year for back to school teacher gifts. And so we have these little notebooks that we're wrapping up with these little sticky note to-do list kind of things. And then I bought both chocolates, yum, and pencil pouches that were super cute floral fabric kind of things off of Etsy for the teachers. So those were the one things that I did buy, and the chocolates, obviously. Because those wouldn't be sitting around my house. Those would have been eaten if they were already at my house. So they weren't. We bought those. And then we ate the couple extra, of course. Anyway, so they're all going to get this little notebook, this little sticky pad to-do list, kind of lined sticky notes, and then the pencil pouch full of chocolates. I don't know what we're going to write on the tag. Their name, maybe, or perhaps something clever like teacher fuel or something. I don't know. That's lame. We're gonna have to brainstorm that. Fun sayings are not my thing. It's like the opposite of my thing. I'm always very, very bad at them. Okay, then back to school. I just wanted to quick mention, I never do anything. So if you like in preparation with our kids and their schedules and stuff, so if you're in this, it's fine. Everybody takes a month to adjust to school, teachers, kids. You have an entire month of September to get everybody on the right sleeping track. It's going to be fine. It's going to be kind of a crazy show for a month, but it always is, even if you were super prepared, I think. And sometimes it just goes great, and sometimes it doesn't, and it's fine. Everything will work out in a couple weeks. It's not that long to power through. It's going to be all right. Couple tantrums here and there. It'll be fine. But our son, the one thing I am going to do is probably start getting our son awake a little bit earlier, because he maybe the week before school, I'll start doing that. Just getting everybody up at 7:30, 7, whatever, maybe 7 for him, because he takes 100 years to eat breakfast. And especially if he's going to school, he's going to have to eat something. He's not really a breakfast guy. I mean, I feed him breakfast every day, but if I left it on the table, he'd prefer to eat it an hour after he woke up. I don't know why. He's like his own creature. I think that, he might be our most challenging toddler. Anyway, so I don't do anything. So if you're not thinking of doing anything and you're overwhelmed looking at everybody else who's start preparing your children by waking them up and getting them on a routine and a schedule and doing all these things, if you just fly by the seat of your pants, sometimes it also all works out at some point. It might just be a week later that it works out for you than person A, but it's gonna be fine. All right, what else was I going to talk about here? I was going to talked about teacher gifts. I talked about back to school wake up times, and we're prepping our kids. Oh, I know what I was going to quick mention is for Christmas this year for teachers, we're going to do super easy gifts. I'm just going to do gift cards because I don't have the energy this year to think. I mean, I never have the energy, but sometimes we do cute, little baskets, and I don't know, it's just a whole thing. So this year I'm just not, we usually for Christmas do a gift card and then we do other stuff, but we just have so many teachers this year. Our kids are going to have a bajillion teachers and helpers and office staff and all the things. So there's just a lot of people to buy presents for now all of a sudden. And like dance teachers, whatever. There's a whole thing. So I am going to just do something super easy this year, and we are just going to do gift cards. And I think I'm going to do Target gift cards. And here's why. Because there is at Target in the beginning of December, I just learned this, they do like 10% off of their gift cards in the beginning of December. So you pay whatever, 10% of, you could buy, I think up to like $250 or something worth of gift cards at 10% off. So that's great. I mean, really great, right? So I think we're going to do that. That's what we're going to do for Christmas gifts. All right. And then, I know, since we're going back to school, I mentioned the Meet the Teacher night. And we do our school, which is super nice. They changed this recently, and so we are benefiting from it. That they do school pictures at Meet the Teacher night, which is, actually they're changing it this year. I don't know, but they're still doing school pictures, but they're changing the name of Meet the Teacher night. But it's the same thing. You're going and bringing your school supplies, meeting the teacher, whatever they're gonna call it. I think they're calling it like Great Start Conferences or something this year, whatever. It's the same thing. But they're doing school pictures on this day. And so we get to the parents get to be there and prep their hair and stuff at the moment of the school picture, which is kind of nice. Not that I really care about school pictures all that much, but I've bought into it, I guess. I don't know. Apparently, I care about them now. I don't really care. I should just not care at all. I should really be letting my kids do their own hair and wearing their favorite shirt or something. That would be a way cooler thing to do. But here I am. I'm going to go buy them a nice shirt for back to school pictures. So, this is your reminder if you are buying new clothes or something, or if you you want them to look nice for their school pictures. This is just your friendly reminder to go buy a shirt or a dress right now because it's sneaking up on you. So that's that. We would have just used something that we owned. That's what we did last year. But the only nice things that they have that aren't dirty, because they've been the girls have been in the same size for over a year now. And so the only thing that's left, things that are left that are nicer looking, that aren't stained and drabby and stuff, are tank top dresses. And I just have a thing about school pictures having sleeves, short sleeves, just something to cover the shoulders. So yeah, I just think it looks nicer in a picture, so yeah, that's that. So we're gonna go get some new shirts or dresses. My sister-in-law's having a baby shower. She's having her first baby soon. So I might get a cute little dress and have it be a duo. Oh, you got a new dress for the baby shower and also for school pictures. So that's that. Okay, that is all. All right. Well, better let you go now because I've talked your ear off for forever. Okay, everybody, drink water, eat snacks. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.